A very good morning to you out there. 32 FM 94.9. It's Tuesday, the 23rd of August 2022. I'd like to welcome you to the show. This is Break of Dawn Paper Review. We're taking a look at the major headlines coming out of the papers this morning. My name is Kenny Durotilu.
Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning, Tayo.
My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. We go to the papers.
All right, we start off with the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. It has this one. It has to do with the elections, politics. Atiku Obi slam federal government, Shatima rather sells Tinubu's candidacy. I'll take that again. Atiku Obi slam federal government, Shatima sells Tinubu's candidacy. That's the major one from the Punch this morning. NMPP crisis deepens. Shekarau accuses Kwakwanso of betrayal. That's also talking politics out of the Punch newspaper this morning. ASU, NEC decides on strike Sunday. In business, Nigeria relies on 9 plants for 71% power. Elsewhere, you find this one. Illegal bunkering. Rivers vows to prosecute rep member. FRC vows to prosecute underage drivers is another one out of the Punch. Professor's son, others nabbed for stealing Hilux engine. The Metro Plus pages, you find this stories. Professor's son, okay, I already took that one. How I escaped abduction or Osun admission seeker. Adamawa police nab 31 suspects over criminal activities. Lagos man arrested for robbing online vendors. Workers fake death to get pension benefits. Workers fake deaths to get pension benefits there. All firm, all banks, 5.93 trillion naira amid losses, theft. That's also talking business out of the Punch newspaper this morning. And lastly, from the Punch this morning, another Amaechi's ally dumps APC for PDP.
All right, from Daily Trust newspaper 2023, Atiku Shatima Obi proffer solutions to Nigeria's challenges. Again, NPF PSC clash over constables recruitment. Osunpo Tribunal grants Oyetola APC access to election materials. Accidented vehicles flood nation's market as cost of Tokumbo rises by 100%. 2023, how Darius pardon stirs anxiety in Plateau political landscape. How Kwankwanso tricked betrayal or betrayed us. Shekarau, some REC nominees have political affiliations. Samson Itodo. Okay, another one here from Daily Trust newspaper 2023. I'll come back to that. 5 airlines relocate to new Lagos airport terminal the 1st of September. PDP Atiku set to announce campaign cancel. Is Turgid's acceptance of peace genuine? That's from something to also look at there. And stock domestic investors outperform foreign counterparts in 7 months. Away from Daily Trust, we go to Premium Times newspaper. I'll invite military to bomb kidnappers in Abia. Oji Kalu. Insecurity, we've allocated sufficient funds to security agencies. Dogua. A PT state of the race, Obasanjo teases Tinubu as Wike tries Atiku's patience on the fiscal cliff. CBN and Nigeria's external reserves. It's an editorial there. Tinubu visits Old 4. That's FFK. Reverses self on same faith ticket. How prices of food increased in July. NBS.
From the Daily Post newspaper, Peter Obi supporters dangerous threat to APC PDP. That's according to Fani Kaide. It's a major one from the Daily Post. Farmers headers crisis. Shoinka questions federal government for prescribing IPOB, exempting Mieti Allah. Police steal ACSN National Secretariat over workers' protest. Police seal, okay, ACSN National Secretariat. Also, 2023, IPOB rejects Peter Obi Igbo presidency. Politics, how APC's Muslim ticket halted rise of Northeast APC Christian leaders. Also, I have this one. Troublesome has pride of place in NBA. Troublesome has pride of place in NBA. That's coming from Chimamanda Adichie. NNCC boss Dambata commends Adedigba over NIM fellowship. Enugu government congratulates indigents for emerging first African to win AFS award. ASU strike activists charges student to settle 2023 political campaign. Buhari congratulates US-based Noel Alumona, first African to win AFS award. Also, Peter Obi identifies areas Nigeria must tackle for greater economy. That's talking politics there. Turn yourself into security agencies. Rivers government to Atiku's loyalists. I'm done with NNPP. Shekaral accuses Kwakunso of humiliating him. And lastly, from the Daily Post presidency, Atiku reveals type of leader Nigeria needs in 2000.
Some headlines from The Guardian. $418.9 million Paris Club refund. Governors charge AGF consultants to await appeal court verdict. Tefo Joshua explains outburst after losing again to Usyk. And 2023 election results will be transmitted electronically. INEC clarifies 2 days to 5G rollout. MTN claims readiness. MAFAB targets January 2023. And stranded fund foreign airlines withdrawal to cost Nigeria $1.36 billion.
We'll take a break right now, and when we come back, we'll be delving into the stories and, of course, bringing the analysis and taking your reactions. Stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Here is the list of excuses that will no longer be accepted.
I beg, give me your hotspot. I want my data, but this one too much.
Please, could you put your Wi-Fi on? I'm out of data and the recharge card seller has closed.
Oh, I would have recharged though, but I can't find my wallet.
Please, I've got cramps and I can't get up. Can you share your hotspots?
Oh no!
Don't know where my internet token is and I need to quickly buy data. Please, could you share your hotspot till I find it?
Hey, Jumbo, I for buy data, but that recharge card seller no dey ever get change. How good one?
Now there's really no excuse to ever be out of data with Glow Borrow Me Data. Dial *321# to borrow data now and pay later.
I beg, I fit share your hotspot. This rain bahad. Make thunder no go fireman.
Largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
Country people, education be the foundation for better future. Now, why Dominion Aviation College they give you the opportunity to sabi many things we follow for inside the education. Share na air ticketing and reservation / GDS training, abi tourism transport and travel management, software development and application development courses. Now, Dominion Aviation College make you the rush go. Within 6 months, you self don't turn sabi person be that. Admission requirement no hard at all. Just make sure say you get a waiting result. WAEC, GCE, NECO, ND, NCE, HND or BSc. So you go fit register, learn air ticketing and reservation / GDS training, tourism transport and travel management and many other things. Waiting you can't wait for again. Sharply go visit Dominion Aviation College. We see don't put a number B37 Oyinlola Street off Bolumole Ring Road, Challenge Ibadan, or make you tell the wire 0814-730-6896. WhatsApp 0813-148-2943. Website www.dominionaviationcollege.com. Dominion Aviation College. Better choice for better education.
Waiting you sabi about the beautiful game. You there for the life and style. Fantasy leagues, bass goals, ginger and okpo. Breaking down the stats even to the MVPs. Taking no L's and only for the W's. I beg. Then Showmax Pro get news for you. Football season is back. Live, e-choke. Watch the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A. Anywhere on any screen. Mado. Stream the action from Super Sport live on Showmax Pro. Sign up at showmax.com.
Power oil, power oil. Cooking oil, we get different sizes and different packs. Oh. Power oil, power oil. The one way they sweet me na mini pack for 100 naira. Yeah. Power oil, power oil. Play everywhere. Power oil, good for your heart. Power oil, cholesterol. Power oil, no trans fat. Power oil. And people who listen to your heart use power oil.
If you be printer and
validate your membership with SIPON. Government they say time don't reach for every printer to register and know where you belong. Register now with SIPON. SIPON as 24 of 2007. And say you must register with SIPON for you to practice as a printer.
Are you a printer? Is your printing company duly registered and validated by the Chartered Institute of Professional Printers of Nigeria, CPON, enacted by Act 24 of 2007, and charged with the duty of regulating printers and printing-related businesses in Nigeria? Register today and be counted. Let's secure the future of printing in Nigeria. For more information, visit www.cpon.org/registration or call CPON Care Line +234 809 224 7766. Printers not registered with CPON are liable to prosecution.
ṣé bí gbogbo ìgbàlẹ̀ máa ń sọ pé Tolú ò fẹ́ràn ọ̀fà Tolú ò fẹ́ràn ọ̀fà ẹ fi mí sílẹ̀ jàre tí oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́ bá yọ máa rí yín níbẹ̀ o níbi nǹkan mímu ọ̀fẹ́ ẹ máa wà ńbẹ̀ àgàgà tó bá jẹ́ owó ọ̀fẹ́ ẹ gbẹ̀yìn rì ẹ gbàgbé ìjọ gbogbo wa ní nǹkan rere ń o kódà bí Jumia ṣe ń gbé ọjà lọlé lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí èmi àti yín náà la jọ ń gbádùn ẹ̀ nígbà gbogbo tí ẹ bá rajà tó lé ní 1,999 naira nílùú Ìbàdàn àti Èkó ẹ máa jẹ̀gbádùn àǹfààní gbígbé wá sílé fún yín lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ torí náà ẹ rajà lórí Jumia lónìí. Jumia, ọjà ojoojúmọ́ láràwọ́tó yín.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
FM 94.9. Beautiful Tuesday morning. It's also wet out there. I'm OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. 32FM 949 Ibadan. Kenny DUROTILU is here.
DUROTILU is here. Okay. Good
You know
morning.
what I almost said Ogunloro.
Okay.
Kenny DUROTILU is here.
Yeah, it's
Good morning,
Kenny DUROTILU.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And Alsenu Dumu, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Tayo. Good morning.
Good morning,
Kenny,
Alsen.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's start off with this one out of the punch. Shoyinka questions federal government for prescribing IPOB, exempting Mieti Allah. According to him, he believes an historical approach needs to be taken to understand our security challenges, and that approach should also be employed in, of course, tackling insecurity in the country. Do you agree?
Yes, so you talked about history, and he also talked about farmer elders crisis, that the federal government didn't really manage the crisis very well. Of course, this has also been our own position right from time. Not as if the crisis were created by President Muhammadu Buhari, but of course, this has also always been part of our history in the country. But the whole situation became escalated under President Muhammadu Buhari, and a lot of women in Nigeria came on board at that time to advise Mr. President to deal with the issue frontally and very decisively. But because of, we don't know, lack of political will, number one, and so many people also accuse the president of being nepotic. So that has fueled the crisis substantially, and the result is staring us in the face today as a result of almost acute shortage of food farm produce in the country today. Things ordinarily that we have, or we should have area of comparative advantage. So Yinka also is of the opinion that IPOB was hurriedly proscribed, that Mieti Allah, a cattle association in Nigeria, was allowed to be, and most often time they make inflammatory statement, especially the other faction that is not the mainstream Mieti Allah.
Right.
They make inflammatory statement, a certain statement that threatens the unity of the country. But the truth of the matter is that unlike IPOB, Mieti Allah is an association of group of headers or group of cattle rearers who come together, like the Farmers Association of Nigeria, Cocoa Farmers Association of Nigeria, and what have you. Is quite different from IPOB. IPOB is a secessionist group. IPOB is advocating for the disintegration of the country. If you look at their statement, I think 24 hours ago, the spokesperson of IPOB came on board that they are no longer interested in Igbo presidency. Whether an Igbo man become president, that is not their issue. That they as a group believed that Nigeria is at irredeemable level, that all they wanted is disintegration. So, with due respect to Professor Wale Soyinka, IPOB is different from Miyetti Allah, except we want to deceive ourselves. However, the president failed woefully to properly manage the issue of farmers' elders crisis. That is the major issue.
Okay, so their cause is not a secessionist.
Yes,
cause.
it is. There are two different groups with two different mandates, with two different agitation. There are so many bad elements within the camp of the Miyetti Allah Association. Right. You understand? We have told them before now. Let's bring up mayor to identify bad acts among them with the view of bringing them to justice. I don't want to agree, and I don't also want to believe that every cattle raider in Nigeria is a criminal, except we will not be saying the truth. But in terms of IPOB, this is a group that believe that they want to secede from Nigeria. They do no longer believe in the Nigerian project any longer. Federal government prescribed them. Of course, we also condemn the federal government at that time by hurriedly prescribing them. Look at the period of prescription till now. Have we been able to secure relative peace in the southeast? Which means that most of the time you don't use only the military firepower alone to quell agitation in Nigeria. Look at the socio-economic problem. Look at the fundamentals. What are the basis for agitation? They talk about marginalization. Is it not true? The Southeast, they have never been this marginalized before. That's the truth of the matter. So the government must prove beyond reasonable doubt that it is an all-inclusive government. It's a government for the people. It's a government for the entire country. It is not a government for a section of the country. I think that is also very germane.
All right, Buhari has done better than other administrations on infrastructure. That's from Lai Mohammed. Some consider this not only laughable but provocative.
Yes, it's provocative and it's also sensitive, especially to current reality in the country, both economy and security. Relatively in the area of physical infrastructure, we could give it to the president for some time. Some of the ongoing critical projects in the country under the last administration, President Muhammadu Buhari decided not to abandon this project. He had to continue with them. And he also championed or also tried to rekindle or resuscitate rail transportation in the country. You know that there are a lot of products that applies our various highway today that are not supposed to be. Right. When we're growing up, the major source for transportation of this commodity or product is by rail. So the resuscitation and the revitalization of the rail system in Nigeria is a welcome development. But come to think of it, we have said whatever good intention the president had, whatever things that the president had been able to put in place, is failure in the area of security has eroded some of the gain made so far. Okay, you have built infrastructure, rail infrastructure, for example, e.g. Kaduna to Abuja. Look at that. People have been held for how many days now? Since February or so, or March 28 or so, that people had been held, to the extent that a negotiating team came on board. They negotiated for a swap deal. At the end of the day, we'll swap with them. They refused to swap with us. So who is fooling who? Is it in the area of insecurity? Can Lai Mohammed travel from Abuja to Kwara by road all alone without security escort? These are the areas. Look at the rate of unemployment, for example. Look at the rate of inflation, for example. Look at the rate of poverty, for example. Look at our GDP rate, for example. Look at the SS crude account, for example. SS crude account has been summarily depleted by this current administration. Of course, we have ample challenges under this current administration. Some people will talk about COVID-19, they will talk about recession, they will talk about all of this. This government also led us into some of these crises, especially the area of recession. So, President Muhammadu Buhari relatively did some things in the area of infrastructure, physical infrastructure across the country. But the insecurity aspect of it has taken over some of the gain hitherto that the president has made. So it is not entirely correct to say that President Muhammadu Buhari had invested in the area of infrastructure than any other government in the country. Let's also look at the value of money too. That you are investing 2 trillion today, it means that our currency has been so weakened. That is also the fact. And people don't know this logic. When you borrow heavily in terms of foreign loan, you indirectly weaken local currency because some of these loans are denominated in foreign currency, especially the dollar. You understand? So when we talk about exchange rate, there is nothing practically the CBN to a large extent can do about it. If you have a government who is always trying to borrow money into the country. So these are areas. So the government must come up with their performance sheet and say this is what we have been able to do. For a period of 4 months early this year, the federal government only released about 700 billion naira for capital projects. And we have spent in excess of 2 trillion for subsidy alone.
Now, there's this headline here from the Nation newspaper. Farmers grown as palm oil imports gulp 60 billion naira.
You understand? These are areas. What have you been able to bring on board? The initiative of the president at inception was that stuffs that we can produce, there's no point bringing them.
Because there was a time
into the
diversification
country.
of the economy dominated our conversation on this.
Yes. That is what we are talking about. Okay, look at the rice. We have inaugurated a lot of rice pyramid in Nigeria. Has that affected the actual price, the face value of the price of rice in the market? You and I know how much this commodity still costs. And meanwhile, this was not the original intention. So even the government policy program, policy direction, where do they even get it wrong? That's the issue. It is not just enough to, because President Muhammadu Buhari, when he came on board, he actually was sincere at that time to practically diversify. Not as if we have not been talking about diversification back into the agri sector. Don't forget that was the sector we're coming from. Because agri used to be the mainstay of the Nigerian economy sometimes ago in this country. You understand?
Malaysia was able to use palm oil cultivation or farming to drive down its poverty index, from 50%, to about 5%.
See, most of the problem that we have is lack of purposeful leadership. You must conceive this idea not at conception alone. You must drive it to a logical conclusion. I think about a week ago, the Japanese economy grew by over 2.5%, real GDP. Do you know why they grew? A combination of high investments and weak consumption. Marry it together. Weak consumption, high investment. So the economy will continue to grow in terms of real GDP. But the Nigerian context, we had never improved at all. We have a combination of high consumption and low investment. So that will make our real GDP to continue to dive.
Is it too early? You mentioned rice the other time. Is it too early to expect the price of rice to have gone down?
It is not too early because we have been on this for some time.
Based on the projection of the federal government?
Based on the projection of the federal government. And I think that policy program has asserted under the very eyes of this administration. Sometimes ago in China, they believe that what they cannot produce, they don't need. You understand? So the rice initiative of the federal government was the fact that at some point we will be able to achieve substantial level of meeting local consumption. If we are able to do that, by now we can now talk about export.
Do we produce champagne? Nigeria is still the highest.
It's still the
consumer
highest.
of champagne around.
It's still the highest.
So how can we use policies to control this?
We can actually use policy to redirect our economy and to redistribute wealth in the country. That is the area where we are lacking most. But the current crop of leadership in Nigeria, they always see this idea, conceive this idea on paper without the willingness, the readiness, the political will to actually implement them to the letter. That is why we believe that it is not even the law that is our problem. It is the operators of this law that are the problem. Because we have some countries who do not even have a document called a constitution. It's an unwritten constitution. You have the idea, we agree together that this is the way we are going to do. I don't think you need a law to build a very good road. We don't need law to build our private homes, to build our houses. How come public infrastructure within 2 years, you see the roof will be leaking or what have you? So it is the demon in the heart of our leaders, especially political elite in this country, that has brought us to ground zero. where we currently are in terms of economy, in terms of security, and it's quite unfortunate.
I saw this one from Daily Trust, and I said to myself, I mean, don't treat us in this manner. No. All
Yes,
right. Now, accidented vehicles flood nation's market as cost of Tokumbo rises by 100%. Nigerians cannot even purchase Tokumbo cars now, so we go for accidented.
See, Tayo, Kenny, the amount we used to
Cars
buy
that are meant for the dumps.
Yes, the amount we used to buy Tokubo is what we buy Nigerian use now. So before you even dispose your old car with the view of getting a new one, you need to do your market survey very critically. You understand? Over 90%, some people will disagree with that figure anyway, of vehicles on our roads today are accidented vehicles. You understand? They are accidental vehicle. Critical accident. Go to some of the dealers. That is where they make their money. They can't buy clean title. They dare not. Because if they buy clean title, they are going to run at a loss. Look at government policy, for example. You understand? You tell people, don't smuggle car. Don't bring in through the bush. Then crash the rates. Crash the duty. By the time you crash the duty, the volume of legal passage will increase. And you begin to make your money, not in sense of physical profit like we do, but we also look at the rate of turnover. You understand? Right. Because it's safer and better for you to bring in through Lagos ports than to pass through the bush. But government have not been able to get its policy right. Because by the time the price increased by over 100% or close to 100%, so what are we talking about? It means that it is no longer meant for the common man. And we can't do anything about local production or local assembly in the country. So where do we go from here? So it's just like Nigeria is a dumping ground for this youth. So for the common man, it's really a tough time.
I chanced on a report over the weekend. Some people are now getting their cars into the country through the northern parts of the country because they say it is cheaper importing your cars through the northern part of the country.
Far cheaper. That's the truth. Because
can you explain this to us?
Tayo, the reasons are obvious. You know, when you bring in through the northern, the chief of staff to the president, Gambari, told us a week ago that the borders are seamless. You understand? That they are just artificial. You cross as if you are crossing to the other side of this structure that we are in. You understand? So coming through the Lagos, duty has increased. The price of demurrage, for example, everything practically about the Nigerian port has increased. So what do you make of that? The cost of even clearing here is even more than the cost of shipping into the country.
So
the cost of purchase,
there is no uniformity.
There is no uniformity, and there can't be
in regulation.
And that is the major problem that we have. When the borders were closed, there was no uniformity. It was only closed and became effective in southern part of the country. In the north, it was still business as usual. To the extent that during border closure, the president even noticed that the influx of arms into the country went up at that time, especially through the northern borders. You understand? In Nigeria here today, in the southern part of the country, you see custom officer going to people's shop, going to market to seize goods. And meanwhile, these things happen in the northern part of the country and you rarely hear about them. So this is the major issue until we come together in terms of policy direction and policy program of the government. Not one law for the north and another law for the south. Because this is the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, we'll take I'll take a quick reaction from Austin before we go on a break. This has to do with the Nigerian Bar Association annual general conference yesterday. Reactions trading that one. Someone, of course, Chimamanda Adichie, she came out. She was a guest on that particular, in that particular conference. She says Nigerians are starved of heroes to look up to.
Yeah, that's just the truth. People that can inspire you to greatness, people that are innovative, people that can push you with the can-do spirit, they are presently lacking. Even from the contestant, it is far from that. Except we are able to have leadership charisma that can drive the younger generation, especially the youth. Because if you look at that age bracket, they are most populated in every strata. In terms of INEC voting population, in terms of unemployment, in terms of energetic population and production in the country. So this is the fact. So that is basically what we lack. That is why going ahead to 2023 election, the youth must rise to the occasion, take stand. The population alone, the voting strength of the youth alone, has the capacity to produce the next president unhindered. There's nothing anybody can do about it.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Of course, we have to go take those commercials, and we'll be back to take your reactions. To stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Our friend Oliver is what you call a man with a huge appetite. Gigantic, actually. And if there's one phrase we have come to know Oliver for, it is this.
More data, please.
No matter what we offer him.
More data, please.
So, guess what we did? We heard Glow created new data plans for people like Oliver, and we got him exactly that. And guess what Oliver said?
Excuse me, please, is this all for me? Only me?
Now, Oliver certainly has more than enough data. All thanks to the Glow Mega Data Plans.
With the longer validity you get on Glow Mega Data Plans, you can work from home with ease, run your business better, download non-stop, stream music and movies endlessly, learn online, and share data with anyone. No worries. Get 225 gigabytes at 30,000 naira for 30 days, 425 gigabytes at 50,000 naira for 90 days, and 1 terabyte at 100,000 naira for a year. Dial star 777 hash now to start enjoying these mega plans.
Glow Unlimited.
Get up and go, 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 go. With Countdown Choco, go, go, go. Get up and go. Get up and go. No matter what you gotta do, do it. With Countdown Choco, like the rich man's iron for vitality. Get up and go. Stay strong, save the world, take action. Get up and go.
Cowbell chocolate with Vitarich plus iron.
The race is on, and this time it's 2 times more drama. And it goes all the way up to a whopping 100 million naira. Can you keep up?
Don't miss the gossip, drama, and a whole lot more. Remember, the higher your package, the higher your votes to save your faves. Stay connected to Big Brother Naija Level Up on DSTV Channel 198, Channel 199, and Africa Magic. Dial *288 hash or download my DSTV app. Headline sponsor, Pocket by Piggy Vest. Associate sponsor, Flutterwave. Big Brother Naija is rated 18.
Power oil, power oil. Bunga cooking oil, we get different sizes and different packs. Oh, power oil, power oil. The one way they sweet me na mini pack for 100 naira. Yeah. Power oil, power oil. Play everywhere. Power oil, good for your heart. Power oil, no cholesterol. Power oil, no trans fat. Power oil. And people who listen to your heart use power oil. Power oil, power oil. Power oil.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, it's great to have you back with us. 32 FM 94.9. It's a Break of Dawn paper review. We're taking your reactions to the stories shared so far. The numbers are 0705 5000 949 and 0809 7000 949. Let's hear from you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Tayo, Kenny and Austin. This is Sheldon from Oyo.
Morning, Shagun.
I want to ask, you are not producing champagne. You are the highest consumption of champagne. Why not federal government put more part of this campaign? We don't need it. All these luxury goods, they should put more tax on it and reduce the tariff of common goods like the so-called Tokubo and other things. Now, this MBA conference, Atiku made a statement. I want us to please react to it sincerely. He said all federal universities are going to give it to state. Can states maintain their own universities? Is that the kind of leader we have? Have a nice time. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. God bless you too. Hello.
Good morning. I'm John Njoko. Austin, thank you. I like your comment this morning. I recall that I said in this program, I choose the political elite of Nigeria. of conspiracy against indeed producing Nigerian president. And the result of the last convention from the two dominant political parties has proved me right. The Biafran agitation stemmed from the frustrations of not being accommodated in the political space. And let me recall that in the Nigerian Civil War, we had a similar thing in Canada. The people of Quebec have been agitating to leave the place. And one of the things that country did was to give that part of the country that has been agitating the opportunity to produce the president. Natural integration, justice, equity. There is need to give an Igbo man the opportunity to showcase his Nigerians. But that is lacking, and that is what is causing the agitation. I'm John Njoku. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael Oyubode says, good morning. As much as I believe there are real problems in Nigeria about security and the structural well-being of Nigeria, there is... Wow, it's moved. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to your message. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, he's Nigerian from Ibadan. Online Muhammad's statement that President Buhari has done well on infrastructure. Sincerely, away from partisan politics or bitter politics or trying to score cheap political points, President Buhari has done well on infrastructure. However, what happens to this infrastructural development when they are under constant attacks of terrorism? Part of his project is the Kaduna to Abuja rail tracks. It did well on that, and it could have boosted the economy. But these things were blasted off by terrorists. So nothing can thrive in an atmosphere where there is insecurity. If he has done well on those infrastructural projects, what happens to insecurity? If we don't tackle that root, all these projects will not really be meaningful. Good morning.
Thank you, Balki. 08097,949. I go back to the message from Michael Oyebode. He says, good morning. As much as I believe there are real problems in Nigeria about security and structural well-being of Nigeria, but we should not act as if Nigeria is isolated from the happenings all over the world. No nation in the world is having it real good. He says inflation and a whole lot of other things are affecting the rest of the world. So, and he says patriotism and change of attitude by Nigerians will save us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
The problem of insecurity means that the children is not yet ready to do anything about it. Because I've been seeing this for a very long time. The problem of insecurity will only be addressed by legislative chamber and the executive. I don't know why it's so difficult for them. We have been saying this. Devolution of power can only solve this problem. And they refuse to do so. So what are we doing? So have a nice day.
0705 500949 0809 7949. Those are the numbers to be a part of the conversation. Austin, you want to react to that story the caller raised about the states handling federal universities, according to the statement from Atiku?
I don't really understand that statement. Maybe what he meant by that statement is that he would devolve power.
He has denied it.
And allow states to have absolute power on education. You know, now education is on concurrent list, yes. Which means that state and federal government can legislate on it. Maybe you want to develop power to make state to have absolute right on education, but handing over federal university to state, I think that is completely out of it.
All right, 070-55,949, 080-97,949. Those are the numbers. I'll take that again, 080-97,949. 080550949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Okwani from Makubo.
All right.
Truly, if they are saying that they have tried in infrastructure aspect, and the security sector is not really, the foundation is not strong. It's just within a blue that these terrorists should destroy everything that we had. So the most important, that is why it's their primary duties of a government in anywhere, a state, at federal level, at state level, is to secure the masses and their properties, in which this present administration at the federal level has failed. So every other thing they are doing will be affected, because once there is insecurity in the land, indirectly the land is like a war zone. Indirectly, the land is getting dry. Indirectly, it's getting to the extent that the land is getting to be a failed state.
Right.
So they need to work on the security sector, because even if this strike has to everybody resume back to work, and there is no peace of mind that they are coming in, are they going to come back?
Hello, good morning. Hello?
Well, the caller is there. All right, there are leaders that can be emulated, but they are not given opportunities to come to limelight. Some of these youths are not ready to learn from credible leaders, but rather prefer to copy from leaders that make it through illegitimate means. Hopefully, we have a structure that pays credible citizens. And he also made a comment on Portable. That's, that singer. Portable conferred with chieftaincy title, a leader that some youths would like to copy. Hopefully, we get it right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's a lady from LLA. Austin, please, is it not advisable, this security issue, is it not advisable that this government take the part of Obasanjo? Remember when we have this security issue, Obasanjo decided to replace some governors with military administrators. And at the end of the day, they were able to combat the security in their state. Is it advisable that this government take that part? And concerning infrastructures, what is the purpose of the infrastructure that you have built it that will take you a whole two tenor? Lagos Ibadan Expressway, the center of the government, they've not concluded it till now. And some that are even tailored towards the foreign country, are those infrastructure beneficial to Nigerians? Have a nice day.
070550949 Austin, you hear that question?
Good morning.
Okay, let's
so make sure it's on the line.
Okay, good morning.
That's what the Minister for Information said, Lai Mohammed, that Mr. President has done better in infrastructure. Like what the last caller said, if we are feeling insecurity in the land, it is important for us to enjoy the benefits of good governance in terms of infrastructure. The real win train attack now, since all these days, since when that train attack Abuja, Kaduna train attack have been occurred, they can't even perceive the benefits of it now. And what we are seeing in the ground is just a negative indices of everything through the United of the Nation and all other things through the food inflation.
All right, we have to wrap things up. But first, we have to give this birthday shout to Kemi Ademola Arembo, friend of the house, of 32 FM colleague. It's a birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
We call her Katie.
Katie.
Happy
Okay.
birthday to you, Katie.
Katie.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to you. We miss you on the show.
All right, that's where we draw the curtains on the Break It Dawn Paper Review for today, the 23rd of August, 2022. My name is Kenny Durotilu.
Thank you, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
For a very long time, I was in a toxic relationship with my partner. I kept making excuses. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe I need to refresh. Maybe I should log out and log in again. Maybe I need to go out and climb that tree. And maybe it's just bad. But not anymore, because I found the perfect partner. MTN Broadband. With its reliable and wide coverage, no more maybes,